The accident began with an electrical arcing event associated with power supplied to the third rail of track number 2 in the Yellow Line Tunnel about 2,000 feet south of L'Enfant Plaza Station. At 3:05, a smoke alarm activated near the location of the electrical arcing. At 3:06, an electrical circuit breaker tripped and remained open on a circuit feeding power from L'Enfant Plaza Station to the third rail of number 2 track. However, power was still being supplied to the third rail from an electrical feed south of the arcing area. During review of surveillance video footage, smoke was first seen coming from the tunnel into the station at 3:09. Southbound train 302 stopped at 3:13 to service the L'Enfant Plaza Station, allowing passengers to exit and board the train. About 40 seconds later, the train proceeded south, entering the tunnel. Train 302 stopped in the tunnel at 3:15 due to a heavy accumulation of smoke that restricted the operator's visibility. The rear of the train was about 386 feet from the station. Due to reports of smoke in the L'Enfant Plaza Station, the WMATA Control Center sent a command to activate ventilation fans in the station in emergency exhaust mode at 3:16. At 3:17, the operator of train 302 contacted the WMATA Control Center and reported that the train had encountered heavy smoke and was unable to continue south. In response to a civilian 911 call at 3:18 reporting smoke coming from the ventilation shaft opening near Water Street, first responders were dispatched to that location at 3:22. Also at 3:22, WMATA notified the D.C. Office of Unified Communication of smoke in the L'Enfant Plaza Station. Southbound train 510 stopped at the L'Enfant Plaza Station at 3:23. All passengers and the train operator exited the train. The WMATA Control Center sent a command at 3:24 to activate fans in the ventilation shaft south of the station in emergency exhaust mode. At 3:26, the D.C. Office of Unified Communication dispatched first responders to the L'Enfant Plaza Station. D.C. first responders began arriving at the station at 3:31. Third rail power to number 1 and number 2 track was de-energized in the station at 3:40. However, power was still being supplied from an electrical feed south of the arcing area. At 3:49, the WMATA Control Center sent a command to de-energize the third rail power supplied from south of the arcing location, finally removing all power in the area where the arcing occurred. Firefighters reported to Incident Command at 3:50 that they had arrived at the rear of train 302. Incident Command responded to proceed with an evacuation. At 4:27, firefighters reported to Incident Command that all passengers were evacuated from train 302 in the tunnel. This is video from a surveillance camera inside the L'Enfant Plaza station. The camera is facing southbound toward the tunnels for Metro's green and yellow lines. The video is played 10 times faster than real time. Smoke was first seen coming from the tunnel at 3:09 near the station platform. Shortly thereafter, the smoke had dissipated. Southbound train 302 stopped at 3:13 to service the L'Enfant Plaza station, allowing passengers to exit and board the train. About 40 seconds later, the train proceeded south, entering the tunnel. Event recorder data shows train 302 stopped at 3:15. At this time, the last car was about 386 feet from the end of the L'Enfant Plaza platform. Looking at the southbound tunnel, smoke is beginning to emerge. Due to reports of smoke in the L'Enfant Plaza station, the WMATA Control Center sent a command to activate ventilation fans in the station in emergency exhaust mode at 3:16. Heavy smoke can be seen coming from the southbound tunnel. Passengers on the platform can be seen evacuating the station. Southbound train 510 stops on the platform at about 3:23. 10 minutes after train 302 was at the platform. At about the same time, a northbound train stops without opening the train doors and then proceeds to the next station. At 3:24, the WMATA Control Center sent a command to activate fans in the ventilation shaft south of the station in emergency exhaust mode. During review of surveillance video, it was noted that 380 people evacuated from train 302 through the tunnel portal.